Today we host Newport versus Pittsburgh for the 9th consecutive season. For those of you who are regulars here, you may notice William was unable to make it today, so you're going to have to put up with me. My name is Rory. I don't have that fancy accent, but hopefully I can keep you entertained today. We have a great matchup today. Some amazing players on both teams, pretty evenly matched, so it should be a really exciting game today. Our umpires today are Sam Clemens and Dan Keating. We'd like to thank all of you for coming out to see us. Sit back and enjoy this beautiful weather and this great game of polo. At this time, we'd like to introduce the teams to you, and we will start first with the visiting team, Pittsburgh, in the yellow and gray shirts. In the number 1 position, Antonio Villamil. Very exciting to see him out on the field again. He had a great game last year. In the number 2 position, Alex Berkland. At number 3, Juan Villamil. And bringing up back, playing in the number 4 position, Justin Powers. And for the Newport team, in the number 1 position, Tim Day. In the number 2 position, Caleb Bryden. Playing number 3 today, Oski Monson. And at back today, we have Minnie Keating. We'll now ask everybody to turn and face the flag for our national anthem. All right, the umpires are now giving last-minute instructions to the teams, just informing them of the conditions of the game. Every venue has specific conditions depending on the field and other circumstances that are specific to the location. So they just sort of explain the rules of this particular venue to the visiting team. They'll establish direction, and they will throw in the ball. Once again, the umpires today are Dan Keating and Sam Clemens. It looks like Pittsburgh is lined up to head towards the scoreboard, and umpire Sam Clemens is lining them up, and the ball's in play. Bounces out in favor of Newport. Looks like Tim Day is on the ball right away. Tim, breakaway. Going to goal. Can he put it through? He does. What a fast goal. 10 seconds into it, and Tim Day puts the first goal up on the board for Newport. What a play. Throw-ins can be a very good way to get quick goals, and Tim certainly took advantage of that. The players definitely read the umpire and how they're throwing the ball in, and they try to take advantage of whether or not the umpire throws a fast ball or a slow ball. They can sort of jump on it, and it looked like Tim had that wired. This time, however, Looks like Justin Powers ended up with the ball. Justin handling it nicely. Justin leaves it for his teammate. It looks like, who's that? Juan. Juan coming on the ball. Looks like Oski rode in, but he gets away with it. Tim Day now on the ball. Tim carrying the ball down the boards towards the goal. Can he do it again? Pops the ball in the air. Still rolling along the boards, and Caleb is on the boards. Caleb playing the ball nicely. Caleb rides over it and leaves it. We have Minnie now. Minnie with a nice play. Hits it up to Tim. Tim on the ball. Can he do it again? He cannot. Hits it just wide of goal, but great teamwork there by the Newport team. Well played by Tim and Minnie. Now Pittsburgh will have a knock-in. Juan will take the knock-in for Pittsburgh. Juan controlling it nicely, sends a long ball out to Antonio. Antonio on a nice little handy Palomino. Pulls up, stops. Unmarked, not really a necessary play, but he stops. And hits a ball and hits it right to Oski, who cuts across, but he had plenty of time to do so, so there's no foul there. Oski now on the boards. Gets stripped by Alex Berkland. Very nice play. Alex to Antonio. Antonio now back to Alex. What a play by Pittsburgh. Can he finish it? No, he's hooked off the play by Oski Monson. What a great defensive play at the last minute by Oski. Now Caleb with an open back shot to Tim on the boards. Tim taking it on the near side. Tim in front of the pavilion. On the near side again, rides over it this time, but Minnie's right there, hits it back in front. Juan with a hook in the back, keeps it in play. Caleb on it, rides over it. Antonio with a beautiful pass just short of Juan. Again, another pass this time to Justin. Justin handling the ball nicely, hits it up to Oski, who is able to hit the back shot. The ball went right past Oski's stirrup, so he had every right to play it. But he hits the ball wide of goal, so now it will be a knock-in for the Newport team. Oski Monson on the ball. Oski marked by Justin. Oski hits to Caleb, who is wide open on the left side of the field. Caleb riding Lula. Lula is an unbelievable athletic horse owned by Dan Keating and Newport Polo. And he is playing her very nicely. She is both handy and powerful, and he hits a nice pass to Tim, who again just hits it wide to the left. Tim playing a great number one. The number one player is sort of the offensive attacking player, meant to be up front, receiving the passes and scoring the goals. And Tim's been right in position today. Knock in for Pittsburgh. Juan taking his time. Sends the ball downfield. Nice pass. Alex now on it. Alex with a nice little play on the near side. Oski has to clear the way. Alex all alone. Alex with a beautiful hit right through the center of the goal. What a goal by Alex Berkland. We are in for quite a game today, ladies and gentlemen. That was some excellent teamwork. The score is now tied at 1. Sam Clemens throws it in again. Antonio on it now. Antonio on the handy little Palomino pony there. Caleb now with the near side plays it to himself. Caleb with a tail shot, unfortunately right to Justin Powers. Justin with the back shot towards the center field, right to Juan. Juan now on the ball. Leaves it for Alex. Alex leaving it for Antonio. Antonio has some time. Nicely played by Caleb. Oski now on the ball coming down the line, and that was a foul against Antonio. What happened there was the ball was coming down the line. Antonio turned to come in on it, but in doing so, he...
We need a third man. Third man call.
Yes. All right, so occasionally when the umpires on the field disagree, they go to the third man, which is a third umpire. If you look at the screen here, we have a replay of what's going on. All right, we have a hit in for Newport. Newport, what a beautiful pass to Mini by Oski. Right down the sideboards. Mini hooked by Juan. Juan handles it nicely. Caleb right behind him. Nice tail shot. Doesn't go anywhere. Caleb back on the ball. Caleb turning. Hits the ball out of the air right in front of Juan. Unable to do anything about it, but he rides over it. And Tim Day, once again, puts another goal in for Newport. Again, great teamwork there. Caleb brought the ball down, and Tim backed him up. Unbelievable play by Newport. Ball knocks out to Oski. Monson backs it open. Unfortunately, backs it to the other team. Juan with a nice open back shot to open space. Justin, or that's Alex. Tim Day gets a piece of it, but unable to control. Juan, control, send the ball towards goal. Beautiful hit. It's going to go wide of goal. Oski just lets it go out. There'll be a knock-in for the Newport team. Just 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining in this first chugger. Oski taking his time, looking for a pass. Beautiful hit. Tim Day, once again, playing a great #1 position today. Tim, marked heavily by Justin, not going to score it this time. And Juan all alone right behind him to clean up the garbage. Juan now with a nice pass. Picked up by Oski, backed down the boards to Justin Powers. No, Juan Villamil now on it. Playing the ball nicely, turning it left. Nice hit to Justin Powers. Justin now hits the ball down, open space. It looks like Antonio might be the first one there on the near side. Antonio, Mini, marking him hard. Mini now on the ball. Backs it down, Oski with another hit to Tim, but the ball bounces out of play, so we'll have an inbounds hit for the Pittsburgh team. Anytime the ball goes over the sideboards, there's an inbound hit awarded to the team that did not hit it out. So in this case, that's Pittsburgh, and one. There's our 30-second bell. Antonio with a really nice play there. What a handy horse. What an amazing play by Antonio Villamil. Just took control of that ball, quietly turned it around. The opposing team did not have the horse. Not bad, the ball's thrown in once again. Looks like Caleb. Caleb's on the ball, but it gets it stolen by Juan. Juan nicely controlling the ball. Looking for a pass. And he decides to keep it himself. What a play. Justin goes back and takes the back while Juan goes through. Good teamwork there. Juan on a very nice, handy horse, able to turn around. Caleb doing his best, but doesn't seem to be able to get there. Juan mishits it, but his teammate Alex Berkland is right there to back him up and puts it through the goal. And the players will line up in the center field. What a play there by Pittsburgh. We have some good play on both sides. I like this game. The teams are playing together very well, which is nice. And the ball goes out to Pittsburgh. Looks like Juan hits it, but it ends up to Tim. Tim hits it to Oski. Oski now on the ball, bringing it to the open space, but Juan is there. Juan hooks him off the play. We have Antonio. Antonio is Juan's son, as you can tell, and Antonio, I think he's only 11 years old, but as you can see, he's an amazing player. He's got it all. He can handle the ball, he can hit, he can ride. Very exciting it'll be very exciting to watch him as he grows and progresses in the sport. Anyway, Oski now with the ball. Oski controlling it nicely. Oski with a next shot to goal. Tim's up there, but it gets intercepted by Justin. Justin with a nice open back shot, but Minnie jumps on it. Minnie backs it, but Antonio's on the ball now. Antonio. Nice pass. Antonio to Justin. Justin now with a breakaway. Let's see what he can do. Bouncing ball, unable to handle it, but Antonio's there again. What a play, but unfortunately it goes wide. Beautiful teamwork between those two players. They just couldn't finish it, but if they keep getting opportunities like that, they're going to go in. Oski now with the knock-in. Oski brings it across goal. Alex marking him. Oski with a nice pass. Ball bounces and Juan ends up with it. Minnie comes across. Hits it up to Tim, who once again makes a play to goal, but hits it wide to the right this time. So we'll have another hit in for Pittsburgh. Looks like Juan is going to take the ball. Juan takes it to the left. Looking for Antonio. Nope. Decides to move to space. Juan. Not only is that horse handy, but it can run as well. What a play. Caleb comes in front, gets away with something there. Now Oski's on the ball. Oski with a breakaway. Can he finish it? Bouncing ball, unable to handle it. Tim Day on the line right behind. Tim can't put it through. Minnie on the ball, and it looks like a ball went wide. What a play there by Newport. Wide again. Now another knock in. Juan. Nice play across the goal mouth. Can it get there? Yes. Justin waits for it. Oski rides over the ball there. That should have been a foul. Oski gets on it. Oski now coming down the field on his own. Minnie marking his man. Minnie lets the man go, but she's behind, and can she put it through? Yes, she can. What a play there. Minnie let the man go to Oski, knowing that if he did miss it, that Minnie would be right there to put it through. Great teamwork once again by the Newport team. Once again, tying the score 3-3. Players lining up. Looks like we have a Pittsburgh player just making some adjustments. Oh, changing the horse. Juan coming back on a gray horse, and there's no stoppage of time for horse change, so the players need to be quick, but he was able to do it. Minnie now making her way onto the field. Juan now by himself on the boards, taking his time, looking up, looking for a pass, and he hits it wide. Oski Monson with the ball, with the knock-in. He's got a lot of space and players to the right, but he decides to go left to Caleb. Caleb marked by Antonio. Juan now on the ball. Nice play by Juan. Gets it past Minnie, but Oski is able to stop him. Now we have Tim Day on the ball. Tim handling it nicely. Misses the back shot, and Antonio capitalizes. Interesting play there. Oski's able to get it away, and we have Caleb on it on the boards, and he hits the boards. He hits the ball over the sideboards, once again giving a inbounds hit to the Pittsburgh team. Umpire will drop the ball and say play. And apparently that ball was outside of the 60 because he is able to carry it and can't quite carry it to the goal, but we got Antonio there backing him up. What a play, and he quietly just trots it through the goal. What a play by father-son combo, bringing Pittsburgh up to 4. Umpire Sam Clemens throwing the ball in. 30-second bell rings. A little mix-up there. Not sure what happened, but Oski pops out with the ball. Oski pushing to goal. Can't hit. Here we go. Now we're starting the chucker for real. Juan with the knock-in. Juan patiently waiting for the opportunity. Nicely hooked by Caleb, but Juan is just backed up by Antonio, who hits it right back up to him. Caleb backs it, but it doesn't go anywhere. Antonio's on the ball, backed up again by his father. Let's see what they can get done here. Minnie playing some hard defense there, back and forth over the right-of-way, but the Pittsburgh team is able to put it through the goal anyway. What a play there by Antonio. What I'm seeing here is the Pittsburgh players seem to be patient. They just wait for that opportunity when the lane clears, and then they just take advantage. We have Newport kind of a little unorganized and a little frantic, and they're not able to get anything done. Antonio again with a breakaway right out of the throw-in. Hooked off the play by Oski, but backed up by Justin Powers. What a play, hit right through the center of the goal. Beautiful play. This Pittsburgh team, they just, you get one of them and then there's another one right behind them to pick it up. Newport needs to really focus on marking that second man. They're doing okay with the preliminary defensive play, but then after that, there's an unmarked Pittsburgh player coming through, and they're finishing it. Ball's thrown in again. Looks like Pittsburgh once again. Antonio. What a play, playing it in the air. What a great little player. He rides over it, and Oski with the back shot. Juan there, waiting in the back. Another thing you'll notice about Pittsburgh, they always have a player back. If Juan decides to go in, Justin drops back, or Alex will drop back. They're playing very well as a team. Ball goes across the goal mouth, not over the end line. Caleb gets a piece of it. Leaves it for Oski. Oski unable to get a good hit on it. Minnie now hits it up to Oski. Oski hooked off the play. Antonio turns the ball in front of Caleb. That's got to be a foul. All right, so what happened there is if you look at the screen, the replay's up. The ball goes across the goal mouth. You can see Oski's on the ball. Justin backs it. Minnie's on it. And boom, he turns right around on front. We already have the ball back in play. Looks like Caleb's now on the ball. Or Tim Day. Tim nicely playing the ball. He needs to make a left turn. He does. Can he hit it again? No, it goes over the end line wide. With Newport hitting it wide, we have It looks like we have a tack timeout. Minnie has some equipment that needs adjusting. So the clock is stopped. All right, we have everybody back on the field and a hit into Pittsburgh. Juan with the play to Antonio. Antonio waits for it. Oski's there. Nice near side back shot, but unfortunately goes right to Juan. Buys himself some time in the boards. Marked by Caleb. Oski now. Oski with a very nice play, hits it towards goal, and Antonio comes right across the right of way for a foul. Let's see if we can get a replay on that one. If you look at the screen here, you have a nice play by Juan. Oski hits it, the line goes that way, boom. Antonio comes right across just like that. It was a nice play, but unfortunately against the rules. So it looks like the Newport team is going to get a penalty 4. Wow, that's a lucky break for Pittsburgh. That probably should have been a penalty 3. But better than nothing, I suppose. Oski. And there's a whistle. Looks like we have a loose horse on the end line there. Not sure what happened there. It looks like Alex had to dismount for some reason.
Horse weird. There was nothing involved with any other players. There was just...
All right. Looks like we have all of our players back on the horse. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. We didn't get it on video, so beautiful hit. And it goes up and not too far, but far enough. What a play by Oski Monson. 3.5 minutes left in the third chukker. Score is 3-6. Still anybody's game. 3 goals is nothing. They can make that up. They could make that up in this chukker. Oh, sorry, correction. The score is actually 4-6. Only separated by 2 goals now. Even easier to make that up. Sam Clemens throws the ball in. Oski once again on the ball. Back shot. Where does it go? Right to Caleb. What a play. Caleb riding Joyce. Joyce is an American thoroughbred with a lot of power. Oski now ends up with the ball. Oski with the back shot to goal. Who's there? Caleb is there. Can he put it through? Oh, he can't. He lets it go over the end line wide. Pittsburgh will have a hit in here. Good play by Newport. Just couldn't get it through the goal. Juan with the knock in. And there's a whistle on the play. Look.
Blocking.
You heard it right from the umpire there. That was a blocking call. You're unable to block the player from defending the hitter, if that makes any sense. It's sort of like setting a pick. That's not allowed in polo on a knock-in. So that's what happened. So that will be a penalty against the Pittsburgh team. So Oski once again will hit a penalty 4. And let's see if he can put it through the goal again. Oski waiting for the umpire to call play. He does. Makes his approach. Beautiful hit. Nice little lofted shot. And it goes through again. Not a lot of power to those shots, but they pop up just enough that they're hard enough to defend. And they're going through. Brings... And it brings the score up to 5. Newport 5, Pittsburgh 6. We got a polo game here. Sam Clemens throwing the ball in once again, lining them up. And the ball's in play. Juan gets a breakaway. Nice little play by Juan. Can he marked by Caleb? Now we have Alex on the ball. Oh, can't quite get to it, but he turns back around on it. Plenty of time to do so. Little back open to himself. He can't get there. Minnie Keating gets on the ball. Minnie marked by Juan. Juan gets a near side back shot and pops the ball over the boards. Just 51 seconds remaining. Umpire will place the ball for inbounds hit by Newport. Oski dribbling the ball and takes a hit at it. Wide a goal. That is the 30-second bell, and that will end the third chukker. Taking his time. Antonio waits for it. Gets a little bit of space. Back up to Juan, give and go play. Juan now hooked off the play by Minnie. Great hook, but it looks like Alex is there. Alex rides over it, but able to turn back around and makes a play on it. Ends up with the ball again, but Oski is not going to let that happen. Oski backs it, unfortunately, right to Juan. Minnie marking him. Can't quite get there. Juan now carries the ball towards goal. Juan with the next shot right to Oski. Oski backs it open. Juan looking for the foul, but not quite there. Minnie now on the ball. Minnie carrying the ball up towards midfield. Looks like Alex is on the ball. Alex playing the ball nicely, rides over it. Antonio with a near side back. Minnie jumps on it, gets there before Juan. Oski, followed by Caleb. Caleb ridden off the ball by Juan. Oski now controlling the ball. What a play by Juan. Minnie riding him off. Antonio, oh, bad luck, ball bounces, but Antonio ends up with it again, hits it up. Caleb with a tail shot. Oski now on the ball. Oski hits the ball. And Juan Villamil jumps right on it again. Can't quite make contact with that back shot, but Justin Powers is there. Justin backs it to Alex. Alex carrying the ball to goal, near side. Rides over it. Minnie trying to clear it out of danger. Gets it to Caleb. Caleb met by Juan. Juan now controlling the ball. Back shot to goal. Not going to make it. Caleb there. Caleb clears it out of danger. Caleb now with the ball bouncing, but he's able to manage it anyway. Caleb near side, offside. Caleb pushing out ahead of Justin Powers. Can he finish it? What a play by Caleb. Beautiful play by Caleb Bryden. This is Caleb's first season here. Very nice play there by Caleb. Dan Keating throwing the ball in this half from the pavilion side of the field. Players lining up, ball's thrown in. Antonio Bijamil handling the ball nicely. There's a whistle on the play. Not sure what they called here. Let's see what the play looks like. There was a throw-in, and it looks like the umpires are lining them up to throw it in again. So ball's thrown in. You see Antonio with the ball, turning it nicely, and I'm not sure what the whistle was there. The umpires decided to throw it in again. I think a good decision. Pittsburgh now controlling the ball. Juan controlling it. Can he put it through? No, just wide to the left. Good play. Good play by Pittsburgh, and an even better defensive play by Oski there. Earning himself another knock-in. Oski bringing it in. Beautiful drive downfield to Caleb. Caleb now. Caleb looks like he's riding Tarzan. Tarzan's an American thoroughbred. Very handy. He checks out of that play. Antonio takes advantage. What a play by Antonio. Backs it to Juan. Juan now controlling it. Looking for a pass. What a beautiful pass right back to Antonio. Great play. Ball bounces. Juan backing him right up. You see Justin there falling into the number 4 position. Juan controlling the ball nicely, looking for a player to pass. Alex goes for it. Juan trying to get it to him, can't quite get the ball there. Juan decides to keep it for himself. Can he bring it to the goal? He rides over it. Caleb riding on the ball. Can't get that great of a back shot, but it's good enough to get to Oski's mallet. Oski is now on the play. Bouncing ball, can't handle it, rides over it. Alex now. Alex hits it over the board. Oski jumps on the right away. Juan. Juan carrying the ball, can't quite get it, goes over the end line. Looks like it must have gone out off of a Pittsburgh player. I wasn't sure if maybe that went off of the Newport. Nope. So we have Newport knock-in. Oski Monson crossing the field. Oski going deep into the corner. Needs to cut it to the right. Oh, can't quite get it. Antonio with the back shot. And the ball goes over the end line. Should be a hit to Pittsburgh there. Looks like the pony kicked it over the end line. And there's a whistle on the play. Clock is stopped.
What do you got? Now the flagger.
All right, that was some word from our umpires. Looks like there was some sort of a issue on the end line. It's going to be a re-knock.
Nothing we can see, Rory. Yeah. Rory, we got these 12 birthdays. Do you have the list of them?
Yeah.
There's this right here.
All right. So you'll go 1 to 12.
What a beautiful hit. Huge hit. That must have been Juan who hit that ball. Not sure of that, but unfortunately Oski jumps right on it, turning it nicely. Oski now drives the ball down the field. Juan picks it right up. Juan marked by Caleb. Juan handling the ball, trying to weave back and forth to make some distance. Yep, he causes Caleb to have to cross in front. Now he's got the offside all to himself. Hits it right down to Alex. Unfortunately, the ball takes a bounce and doesn't get there. Tim Day with a back shot. Nice back shot by Tim. Oh, the pony helps him out there. Caleb out front. Can he finish it? Great chucker by Caleb on Tarzan. But Juan is just waiting behind, just waiting for that ball, and he picks it up. Sends it right to Antonio again. Antonio controlling the ball. Oski tries to hook him off the play. He does. We have Juan Bijamil again playing it. Oski comes across. And the ball bounces over the boards. Very close to goal, but it goes wide to the right. So they will have a knock-in for Oski. Oski brings the ball in, across the goal, marked by Alex. Oski hits it past Alex, looking for Tim. Tim's on the ball. Tim, nicely played, Tim. Tim marked by Juan. Oh, Justin Powers. Juan now following, picks it up on the near side. Caleb, what a play by Caleb. Beautiful shot. Can't quite get it through, but hits it wide to goal.
Ready, 1, hands up. Ready, 2.
Justin Plowers playing well today. You can tell he's sort of changed his style of play. He had an injury to his back in his last game, so sort of changed it up. Look at this. We got a nice hit to Justin, and he's hooked off the play by Tim. Caleb with a nice back shot. Juan on the ball. Juan back open. Antonio. Antonio jumps on the right away. Antonio marked by Caleb. Antonio leaves it for Alex. Nice little play there. Oski unable to do anything with it. Alex now controlling the ball. Tim Day moving up. But what a play by Alex. Oh, but it still is saved out of goal by Caleb. What a save by Caleb Brighton. Caleb having a good second half today. Caleb driving the ball downfield, out of play. That ball went out inside of the 60-yard line, so that's going to be a hit from the 60-yard line at the point where it went over the sideboard. So this is a hit to the Pittsburgh. Umpire calls play. Juan takes a hit. Nice hit by Juan. Let's see if it's on target, just a little wide to the right again. Oski with the knock-in. Brings it across goal. Marked again by Alex. Oski hits it past Alex to Tim. Identical play to the last knock-in. Tim rides over it. Juan now on the ball. Juan playing it nicely. Hits it up to Alex. Alex can't quite get there. Goes over the end line. Oski Monson with the knock-in. Huge hit out of bounds. Heads up. That'll be another hit to Pittsburgh. This one will be outside of the 60-yard line. So when the ball goes at the 60-yard line, the player's only allowed to hit it once. In this case, since it was beyond the 60-yard line, he can either dribble it or hit it. It looks like Antonio's going to take it, and he's going to do exactly that. He's dribbling it. Minnie coming down the line, able to do so, but Juan backing him up. Juan rides over it. Caleb comes in, takes a near side back to Oski. Oski can't quite get there. Antonio on the ball. Antonio playing it nicely to his father. Juan controlling it nicely. Minnie Keating now with the ball. Antonio back finding that ball. Again, playing it out of the air. Antonio. Shoe flying through the air. Minnie Keating now on the ball. Turning to the right. And Justin Powers coming through to clean up the garbage. Oski turns in front of the right-of-way, right in front of goal, and gets away with it. And now he's on a breakaway all by himself. Oski heading down to goal. Can he finish it? Yes, he can. Wow. Newport in the lead for the first time this game, 7-6. Dan Keating throwing the ball in. Oski with the ball, hitting it down. Antonio, back shot. Nice back shot to Justin, trying to get it through. Juan now. What a nice little handy horse. Juan is on there. And there's a whistle on the play. Let's see that play again, if possible. It looks like possibly we have an injury as well. If we can get the medic out there just to have a look. Looks like Minnie maybe had a little bit of an injury. But in the meantime, we can take a look at this foul to see what they called. Okay, yeah, there it was. Let's back that up again and have another look. All right, go ahead. So we have Juan hitting the ball down the field. Oski with taking him out nicely, and then you have Tim taking a next shot. Juan turns over, and Oski jumps on that line, and yeah, it looks like if we can back that up again, just a few more. Just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so we have the line of the ball is going this way. You have Alex jumping on that line, and then Oski running through. That's a tough one. It's hard to say if Oski was there or if Alex got there with plenty of time. But the umpires blew the whistle, so they obviously saw it as a foul. So that's going to definitely be a foul in favor of the Newport team. There's a challenge on the play, so we're going to have to review the footage again to get a better look here and make sure we get this one right. Okay, here, let's have another look here. All right, so Juan hits the ball down. Tim is going to take a next shot. He takes that next shot. The line is now traveling that way. Alex comes across, but Oski's not really on that line until after Alex makes a play on it and establishes himself. Let's take one more look there. All right, Juan hits it down. Tim's going to hit the next shot. There's the line of the ball heading that way. So you have Alex coming in. He is crossing the line here, but the question is, was Oski moving down the right of way when he made the play? Right now, Oski's right there. And Alex sort of establishes himself on the ball. It's tough. That's a tough call from this angle, but I'm going to have to say no foul. All right, it looks like Minnie has made her way back on the horse. So that was a challenge. There was a challenge by Pittsburgh, and the play on the call was overruled based on the video. Basically, Alex was able to come in and cross that right away with plenty of time to do so in a way that didn't cause any danger. So therefore, it was not a foul. So play will now be resumed with a throw-in. Good use of the challenge by Pittsburgh. Down by one in the fifth chukker. Very smart use of the challenge there, and the ball is thrown in. Caleb carrying the ball down the field. Bouncing ball, can't quite get it. Gets a piece of it. Juan now controlling the ball. Juan with a nice little back shot to Alex. Alex picks it up nicely. Alex on the near side, hooked off by, or backed by Oski. Juan again with the ball. Taps it forward. Looks like there's a whistle on the play. I didn't hear the whistle.
That's what I'm saying. I can't hear it.
Umpires asking for help from the third man on this play. We're trying to take a look on the screen here. You got Juan coming up. Tim turning. I don't know what that was. Back it up just a few more frames there. Okay. All right, we have Oski with the back shot. Juan and Tim turns. Looks like they've figured it out. All right, there we go. Juan Villamil on the ball. Juan turning to the right. Caleb getting a little piece of it. Minnie now turning the ball. Minnie in the corner, loses it in the corner. Antonio. Caleb now on the ball, can't quite keep it. And Antonio. Antonio controlling the ball nicely. Minnie jumping on it. Antonio again gets there, able to control it nicely. Newport needs to clear the way. They do. Antonio comes in on the near side. Another play on it. Minnie rides him off, rides through. Oh, wow, what a play. He doesn't put it through, but he gets a piece of it, sends it across the goal mouth. Minnie trying to turn it, can't quite do it. Antonio ends up with the ball again. Can he finish it this time? This time he can. What a play by Antonio. And that will end the fifth chukker.
Ready, one's up.
All right, here we're getting ready to start the sixth and final chukker. Dan Keating bowls the ball in. It's a mess. It's anybody's ball, but Oski comes out with it. Breakaway. Can he put it through? Bouncy ball. Can't quite get there. Tim Day backing him up. Tim. Oh, just wide to the right. Giving a hit in to the Pittsburgh team. Just over 7 minutes remaining. Plenty of time. Anybody's game. Juan bringing the ball in to the right, to the left. Once again, controlling it nicely. Minnie with a beautiful hook. Antonio in a perfect spot, but misses the ball. But luckily, Justin Powers is there. Nice play by Justin, getting it to Juan. Able to turn around nicely. Alex going up for the pass. Juan can't get it there. Antonio's able to get to it. Marked by Caleb. Caleb with a back shot. Minnie jumping on it. Justin gets there first. Justin leaves it for Juan. Juan with a hit to goal. Not quite able to get it there. Oski ends up with it. Juan now with an open back shot to goal. Is that going to make it? No. Stops just short of goal. Caleb Bryden. And there's a whistle on the play. Let's take another look at this play on the screen here. It's hard to say if that was a foul. Basically, you have one player turning on the ball, and the question is, did Minnie take out the second player? It looks like they decided that she did not take the player out, and that is a penalty number one. A penalty one is when there's an automatic goal awarded, and that's followed by a hit from center field. So there's a goal awarded to the Pittsburgh team, making the score now 7 goals for Newport and 8 goals for Pittsburgh. A penalty one occurs when the umpires determine that the goal was imminent. In other words, it was going to happen if the foul did not occur. So they call it penalty number one, and we have Antonio backed up by Juan. Antonio playing the ball nicely. And then there's a whistle on the play. So there's a disagreement on the field, and we have the replay on the screen here. Basically, what happened there, Minnie was riding, the player hit the ball into Minnie's horse, and that's just bad luck. That's not a foul. Minnie didn't move in the way. The player just hit it into her. So that's called bad luck. That's not a foul. Unfortunately, the umpire decided to blow the whistle because Pittsburgh was going to end up with the ball anyway. So bad luck for Pittsburgh on 2 accounts there. So unfortunately, that's going to have to be a throw-in. Ball bounces out to Pittsburgh. A little bit of a mess here. Let's see who ends up with it. Looks like Caleb gets the ball. Minnie with a hook. Oski now cuts in front of Justin Powers, and there's a whistle on the play. Looks like that is a right-of-way violation against the Newport team. So it's going to should be a spot hit, I would think, for Pittsburgh.
Ready, 3. Hold on. I don't know what I'm doing. Ready, somebody.
Juan with the ball, brings it in. It's a spot hit. It's just a hit from the spot where the infraction occurred. Juan hits the ball now over looking for Alex. He gets it. Alex now with Oski. Oski gets a piece of it, hits it deep into the corner, bounces off the board, stays in play. Oski playing it nicely on the boards, controlling it. Sends it downfield to tries to get it to Minnie. Minnie can't quite get there. Antonio gets there with a nice back shot to Juan. Juan now making a drive to goal. Bouncy ball. He handles it nicely. Goes into the corner. Let's see what he does with it. Backs it towards the goal mouth. Who's there? Oski Monson is there. Can't quite clear it out of danger, but Minnie is there. She gets it right out of the way. Oski now moves up. Oski on the boards. Heading downfield. Looks like Juan gets a piece of it, pops it over the boards. Is there a whistle? All right, we have a hit from the 60-yard line. It looks from Oski. Minnie jumps on it. Can't quite get there. Antonio comes across. Can't do much with it, but they prevent the goal, and the ball goes wide. It's going to be a hit in for Pittsburgh. Ball boy sets up the ball. Juan now with the knock-in once again. Marked by Minnie. Juan with a nice drive downfield right to Alex. Oski comes in front of the right-of-way there. No foul called. Caleb now on the ball. Caleb pops it out of bounds. It's going to be an inbounds hit for Pittsburgh. No whistle. The clock is running. Just about halfway through the last chukker here. Pittsburgh up by only 1 goal. Still anybody's game. Juan now. Big drive downfield. Who's there? Oski's there. Controls the ball. Alex looking for the field. Nothing there. No foul there. Oski controlling the ball nicely. Wow, what a play by Oski. What a nice horse. Beautiful hit, but unfortunately right to Juan, who gets a near side back. Justin Powers turns it the other way. Justin Justin driving downfield, marked by Oski. Big bump and the back shot. Mini. Juan looking for the foul there, doesn't get it, ends up with the ball anyway, but picked off by Oski Monson. Oski with the next shot to goal. Looks like it is heading that way, not going to make it. Ooh, off the post and wide. Great effort by Oski there, but unfortunately didn't quite get there. 2 minutes to go. Still plenty of time. Juan with the knock-in. Juan goes through. Antonio falls back. Great play. Juan with the bouncing ball, handles it nicely, hits it just wide. Can Alex keep it in? Yes, he can. Unfortunately, only Oski's the one who turned for it. Oski now drives it the other way. Newport now with an opportunity. Oski takes another hit. Keeps it in play. Caleb puts the ball through the goal. What a play. Oski Monson and Caleb Bryden. Well done, Newport. Tying it up 8-8 with 1:10 left. Players lining up, Dan Keating to throw the ball in. Plenty of time. Ball's back in play. Oski ends up with it. Oski seeing if he can take care of this right here, right now. Hits the ball to goal. There it is, right through the middle of the goal. Oski Monson bringing the ball to 9. 39 seconds remaining. Still time. Teams need to line up. There goes the 30-second bell. Play will continue, and the ball is thrown into play. Who do we got? Antonio on the ball. Oski sneaks in front, hits it to the boards. Oski now backs it towards Caleb. Caleb rides over it. Alex now on the ball. Alex not able to do anything with it. Antonio trying to make the next shot, and that will end the chukker. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. Newport pulling it out in the last minute. What a play by Oski Monson. Very well done by both teams. What a game. Congratulations to Newport. They are getting their revenge from getting beat last year. Happy birthday, Oski Monson. Please make your way up to the boards and slap the hands of the players as they ride around the field for a victory lap. Just walk up to the sideboards and the players will ride around the field, congratulate them, and then we encourage you to come over to the pavilion following the hand slap for the Veuve Clicquot trophy presentation.
We didn't get. Oh, we did that, didn't we?
Happy birthday, Neil Stringer. We have coming through Minnie Keating, Caleb Bryden, Tim Day, Oski Monson, Justin Powers. Let's hear it for Juan Villamil. Very well played by both Juan and Antonio Villamil. Some amazing horsepower for those two guys. And we have Alex Berkland. Alex with a great game today. Unfortunately, they just weren't able to pull it off. Very well played by everyone today. Once again, I'd like to wish a happy birthday to Neil Stringer. Don't forget, please join us center field for the Veuve Clicquot Champagne Toast and Trophy presentation. This will take place as soon as the players get off their horses and make sure the horses are taken care of. They'll work their way over in front of the pavilion. You'll see the trophy trailer work its way over there, and then we will have the prize giving and the trophy presentation. You can then enjoy a complimentary cocktail at the Dylan's Patio Bar, where the cocktail guru will be serving artisanal cocktails. We hope to see you all next week at 5 p.m. for USA versus Ireland. And don't forget, we have polo tomorrow, too. In case you didn't get your fix today, please join us tomorrow at 5 o'clock for the charity polo event. Yes, that's right. I said a complimentary cocktail, so definitely make your way over to the bar, the Dylan's Patio Bar. You can get a free cocktail, so definitely worthwhile. And while you're there, you can check out the Veuve Clicquot Toast and Trophy presentation. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you there.